I hear the voices inside my head, see voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog, we fighting above the law.
Oh, I think now you can hear me. Hi, Sarah. Hey, Broken Dishes. Brandy. Trinket. Hey, Kirst. Hi, David. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. All right, let's see if I can pull this up here. Oh, hey, Frankie. Hi, Priestess. Cool Gamer. Hey, y'all. Okay. I'm still working on, when I got this phone, I accidentally unwrenched a bunch of people. So, I'll have to make sure I get everyone who had a wrench back. Okay. Hey, Charm. Hey, Ange. All right, let me go look in the chat. All right, let me see here. Turn this down. Okay. I think Frankie was a moderator. Can't remember. Okay, guys. Hi, Rosie. Charm. Hello. I know there's people over at I have a show set up for tomorrow. You guys, it's quite wild, actually. So let me see if I can pull it up. Okay, here we go. Hey, Gail. Hi, Sarah. Good evening. Let's talk about this case. You're dying to talk about it? Okay. Let me show you quick what we're going to talk about tomorrow, which is going to be this here.
Federal public service workers are here for Canada, delivering the services you rely on through this crisis and the next. Now, the government needs to be there for us. Workers can't wait. None of us can.
So this place made very creepy dolls. The thumbnail is some of the dolls that I have tomorrow. They also do bone art, and in this house they have found hundreds and hundreds of human bones. I don't know what's going on here. They've been keeping it very hush-hush, but they did set 2 tents up in the backyard here, and they took tons of stuff out of this house. I don't know what is going on. I mean, if they're buying human bones in that, I'm pretty sure like that's some dark web stuff. Hey, Matthias. Hold on. Okay, Binks and Matthias are fighting. Hey, stop. That's enough. Get. Okay. Hi, Sandra. So that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Okay. Is it Murdaugh? I hear some people calling so many different names in here because I hear a lot of people. Did anyone watch the Netflix thing? I think a lot of you guys already know this is not a case that I got into, but a few weeks ago I saw that there was going to be a documentary on Netflix. So I was like, okay, well, if I come across it when it's out on Netflix, I'll watch it, right? And yeah, it's out now, and I watched it yesterday or the day before with Mark. Holy shit. That is wild. I don't know why I didn't. I mean, okay, so from what I gathered, hi Allie. From what I gathered, and I'm gonna open the panel tonight too, right? Because a lot of you guys follow it, and I didn't, but I knew that this man was being accused of killing his wife and his son. That's really all I knew. Because a lot of creators that I love, a lot of creators I hate are covering this, right? But a lot of I don't just hop on every case. And I don't know if I'm really going to get into this one, but this was wild. Like, I didn't realize there's like 5 or 6 bodies at least. I mean, at least, right? Just so far that we found tied to this family. Holy shit. Let me share the link because I'm curious who watched the Netflix documentary. Who's been following this case like hardcore? Because I do not know how Buster is not being looked at. I don't know how Alex's brothers, Alex Murdaugh, because I hear some people say Murdoch, but is it Murdoch? And I also hear them call Alex Alec a lot. Like, especially if you guys watch the Netflix documentary special on it, they call Alex Alec. Oh, well, watch it because I'll tell you what. That's what made me go, holy shit. This is crazy. Did you? Okay. Okay, so we got the girl on the boat. One of the friends' girlfriends died in a boat accident, but I really don't think that was the first time either that kid, like, because I'm sorry, but all of those people knew exactly what to do way too quick that it's not Alex though, it's Alex. Murdaugh. Yeah, I think it's Murdaugh. I don't know why people are saying Murdoch because it's not spelled like that, but I don't, I never know. Maybe I'm just reading it wrong. I don't know. But yeah, his name is Alex. I know that. I Googled it and it says Alex, but he's going by Alec. So I don't really know what that means, where that's from or why, or is Alec short for Alex? I've never heard that. I don't know. The housekeeper. Yeah, that he had a life insurance policy on. Go figure. The mom and the son, like, what was up with that? Hey, Chris. Hi, Allie. Who do we think pushed that housekeeper down the stairs? She did not fall and trip on them dogs, like they're trying to say. We all know that, right? Like, I knew this. We already know that. That 911 call, let me see. Okay, so I want to see what we can pull up. I can't pull up the documentary because I'd love to, trust me. But I want to hear that 911 call when he called that his husband and son were shot. I also I don't think that drug dealer shot that man either. I'm sorry, I don't. It's okay. Well, he somehow was able to get a 500,000, so $500,000 claim on the housewife though. Or not, sorry, the housekeeper, the housewife. The housekeeper. So how was he able to pull out a $500,000 insurance policy on the housekeeper that was supposed to go to the sons, but they never got anything. So how was that? Did he, I don't even know. So he filed it. So it wasn't life insurance. How did he file that? Did he really say his dogs were tripped up? Because it sounded to me watching it, I was like, did he have life insurance on him? Stephen Smith. You can't tell me that more than one family member was in on that, because I'll be quite honest with you. I think that Alex, the dad, I said from the time I turned it on, I just was like this man is not a straight man. He might live that way, but he's definitely got some secrets. So, and then when it came to the part about Stephen Smith's being found on the road, and I mean, it sounds like all the law thinks that it is definitely not a hit and run, but that he was placed in that position to make it look like that. But the injuries and the blood splatter are not aligning with it being like a hit and run. Doesn't match with that. So yeah, I mean, this dude was keeping all kinds of secrets, right? All kinds. The whole family was. I watched this testimony in the trial. Yeah, I actually kind of want to watch. So today I did watch some of the trial. I saw that the judge told him recently, Alex said that his son and his wife come to him all night, all day, all night, all day. And the judge is like, yeah, I bet, they do. And I think they're going to keep doing that until you can cleanse your soul, is what the judge said. And I'm like, yeah. And the fact that Alex is actually agreeing, I'm like, yeah, this dude definitely is guilty. But I don't think Alex acted alone. His brothers, have they been questioned in this? I'm so confused. You guys know I haven't watched anything, so I don't even know. His shoes were still on. Yeah, very loose fitting shoes. Allegedly, Buster and Stephen had a thing. Yeah, that's what it said. Buster didn't want to come out about it. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that the family wouldn't want that out in the public. So I don't know. I guess I don't know why. I don't know. I need to know more what happened that night. But yeah, you guys, I've seen, because I went looking today, I've seen that people, for whatever reason, do not like and say that they should leave Buster alone because he's already he's lost all his family. Leave the poor kid alone. I disagree. You cannot tell me that this kid was not involved in some of this. And the Tim Mullen looking brother of Alex's, there's a straight up Tim Mullen lookalike in this as well. The other brother, you guys, you got to watch it. You got to watch it. All right. I want to see if I can find, because I want to. His 911 call was pretty disgusting. Here we go.
Owners it is. Like Adrian.
This is Tangled Murdaugh at 4147 Moselle Road. I need the police to answer immediately. My wife and child got badly.
Okay, you said 4147 Moselle Road in Allison?
Sir?
You said 4147 Moselle Road in Allison?
Yes, sir. 4147 Moselle Road.
Stay on the line.
This is so off to me. This is do you guys watch the staircase murders? I know we've talked about that a lot. We know that this is a case that Don Wells studied, Michael Peterson. The 911 call is so much like Michael Peterson's. I can't. There's I mean, come on. This Some people really just have the look like they should be locked up.
Me, okay? Yes, sir. Stay on the line with me, okay? Okay.
Colin County Communications.
Carlton, I have an Alex Murdaugh on the line, caller from 4147 Moselle Road. He's advising that his wife and child was shot.
Okay, and sir, give me the address again.
It's 4147 Moselle Road. I've been up to it now. It's bad.
Okay. Okay, and
Huh.
are they breathing?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and you said it's your wife and your son?
My wife and my son.
Are they in a vehicle?
No, ma'am. They're on the ground out at my kennel.
Like out at the kennel. We're gonna pull up a picture of their property because that is some ways like from their house, isn't it? Like like back their property a little bit. I mean, it's a little walk to get there, is it not? From what I'm remembering, I don't know. We'll pull it up in a minute. But why were they out there when they got shot? Were they trying to run? He chased him. Did he make them walk out there? Was there other people like his brothers? I'm sorry, I don't know who trusts his brothers, but I sure don't. Not after the documentary. Like, no, I do not trust those brothers. The same brothers that YouTuber caught on drone were loading like 8 rifles up in the back of the truck. You know, the guns that they, at least is when the documentary was filmed. I don't know. Did they find the guns now? Are they found? I really don't know. I haven't. I'm gonna be watching the trial though. We'll have to watch it together or something. But yeah, I'm so confused because it looks to me like he's the only one getting in trouble for any of this. Hi, Vexing. Hey, Wacky Tacky. Pork chop. It's starting to melt today, but we got a lot of snow. It was cold. Hi, Suzanne. His shoes were still on. Yeah. You think he had to? Yeah, I mean, absolutely. So I don't know what's going on right now. I haven't got that far. I'm like way behind on the people covering this case, but I am definitely a little bit interested to see what's going on, what's happening. Hi, Tinkers. They were checking on the dogs at night. And one was a friend's dog too. It was around feeding time, I heard. Okay, so
Okay, and did you see anyone? Okay, is he breathing at all?
no, it's raining there.
Is she? Okay, do you see anything? Do you see anyone in the area?
No, ma'am.
No, because it's been proven. The law says this man Alex was there when they got killed. Like they put that together. I know that, at least according to the documentary. They place Alex there. His shitty alibi of helping his mom or something and being out of town and just getting back and finding them hours later, it doesn't align. They have said that this man, Alex Murdaugh, was at the property. He had to have been when those two were shot. So I don't think that they were shot and he didn't know about it, or he would have just said, like, I was at the house, I heard some gunshots, I went out, and my wife and son were shot. Why not say that, right? The owing money thing, I could see that because he had a gambling problem and was stealing a lot of money, a lot of money. Yeah. But I mean, it sounds like from all along, people were like, the Murdaughs make people disappear. You don't just start saying that. And they were saying that before the girl on the boat, the housekeeper, like they were saying that long before any of that, right? This guy, Alex Murdaugh, would tell his like co-workers and stuff at the law firm, oh, everyone's got a skeleton in their closet. And they thought like the way he said it was a little off. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Type of thing. Like, they didn't like his vibe at all. The whole family, Wacky Tacky. Yeah, the whole family is shady. It's awesome the prosecution pinned him down within 2 minutes. Maybe he was hiding and they just shot and killed the wife and son. No, there's no way. Sorry, no, because just tell the truth on shit. You don't lie and make shit up. And that's all he's done, because that would make sense, right? Because he got busted out for stealing money and having a gambling problem. So say that, like, I owed someone money. Like, I mean, you would think he would say that because it's somewhat would save his butt in this, but he didn't. And what I saw him talking to the judge earlier this morning, not sure if he talked to the judge today, but when I saw the video I saw today, I believe was from last week sometime, I want to say. I was waiting to see what Alex would say back to the judge with what the judge was saying to him, because I was like, well, how he answers here is going to make me like feel like definitely he's guilty, or he's, maybe innocent. Okay, well, maybe he's an easy target or whatever, but no, like, it just doesn't align that it would be someone else. Why even make up a false alibi, say you weren't there or whatever, even if he was hiding? Like, it doesn't make sense, because then he ran out into the dark and called 911. So if there was an active shooter, that he would have been shot then, right? You know what I'm saying? So no. Hey Julia, hey boo. You like that, Judge? Yeah, he seemed very fair, but also he wasn't like, he was just like, I may God have mercy on your soul, you know what I mean? Which you can tell the judge knows what he's doing too. He knows what's up.
Oh, ma'am.
What color is your house on the outside? What color is your house on the outside?
It's white. You can't see it from the road.
Okay, is it a house or a mobile home?
It's a house.
Okay,
It's
and
not
what is
even
your
like,
name?
that's not even really
My
crime.
name is Alex Murdaugh.
Okay, did you hear anything, or did you come home and find them?
No, man, I've been gone. I just came back.
Oh my Lord.
Okay, and was anyone else supposed to be at your house?
No, ma'am. Please hurry.
We're getting somebody out there to you.
What the fuck?
Okay, what is her name?
Maggie and Paul.
Maggie is her name?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And please hurry.
We're getting somebody out there to you. Me asking you these questions, don't slow them down, okay?
But then I wonder, like, this dude really thought he was gonna get away with all this, but he also thought he was gonna get away within what, 2015 to 20. Ooh, thank you. 2015 to 2019, when he was caught stealing, right? So 15 to 19, 4 years. This man stole like $5 million, or did they even say, actually? No, they said millions and millions and millions of dollars. So whatever that means. But just at that law firm was almost $5 million he stole from his great granddad's, or his granddad's lawyer firm. Wow. But the law, according to what I watched anyway, said that he was stealing money. That wasn't the only time, and that he has been doing nothing but for years. Like, it goes back to other things too, and that he has stole many millions of dollars, according to the Netflix documentary that we just watched. So he really thought he was going to get away with that. So perhaps he did think, because he kept getting away with everything else. Now, the documentary, with how he was acting, I was like, come on, is the hospital not going to flag this dude? Like, it's very clear he's meddling with everybody, with the whole boating incident and what happened there. The doctors did take notes that Alex was really, like, meddling and getting in the way. I think they said that he was trying to console everyone, and it was a bit off. So one big fake act. Yes. So it makes you wonder, like, what did I don't know, like, how far back do we go here? Because this man got away with a lot. His kids always got away with a lot. I think there's still family members getting away with stuff, and they're willing to let him just go down, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't buy that Alex did this alone. I'm sorry, but I absolutely think that Buster is culpable for some stuff. I think Alex's two brothers are culpable for some stuff. I mean, 100%. Hi, Casey. It's been a minute since you've been on. Alex sounded as if he's too good for a mobile home and it offended him. Well, now he's in a cell, so hope he likes it.
And you sure they're not breathing?
Oh yeah, he's sure. He made sure before he called 911.
Is he moving at all, your son? I know you said that she was shot, but what about your son?
His son was shot, I believe, so many times that he was unrecognizable, is what that documentary said. That's pretty fucked up. Well, it was obviously multiple shots, right? So, I mean, yeah, somebody definitely wanted to make sure that they were dead. Everyone that has surrounded this man that knows his dirt have all died, except for his brothers, which this man Alex definitely has gotten away with a lot. What did granddaddy let him get away with? What did his brothers get away with? Like, it's driving me insane to watch this documentary, and it's so obvious, like, there has to be more than him. I literally watched his brothers loading up those guns.
They're not, neither one of them moving.
What is your telephone number? And does anything look out of place?
Hold up. No, he just talked to somebody, no?
And does anything, what's your telephone number? And does anything look out of place?
He said what?
And does anything look out of place? And does anything look out of place?
Somebody talks to him.
And does anything
There's
look
a
out
voice
of place?
right there, and he says what?
Does anything
crazy?
look out of place? What is your telephone number? What is your telephone? What is your telephone number? And does anything look out of place?
I can't unhear that. One more time. I'm sorry.
What is your telephone number? And does anything look out of place?
Yo, somebody's talking in the background. He says what? And there's chatter. Yeah, there's something. I'm hearing something. One brother spoke out and he thinks Alex knows more. Interesting. I'd like to see that. Are they just...
Ma'am, not particularly, really, no, ma'am.
Okay.
Not particularly, really, no, ma'am.
Okay.
Are they close, ma'am?
Yeah, they've been en route with you ever since you've got on the phone with me. I have multiple people coming out there to you. Okay. I don't want you to touch them at all, okay? I don't know if you've already touched them, but I don't want you to touch them just in case they can get any kind of evidence, okay?
I'd already touched them trying to get to see if they were breathing.
Okay. Well, I just don't want you to move anything just in case they can get any kind of evidence, okay?
Are you sick of having issues with your webinars, wasting
more
tons of
talking
time
in.
on troubleshooting with attendees? If
To move anything just in case they can get any kind of evidence, okay?
What?
Okay. Well, I just don't want you to move anything just in case they can get any kind of evidence, okay?
I don't know, y'all. I hear something in the background. I hear talking in the background. He said, "What?" Even the jailhouse calls between him and Bus sound like in code they are doing. Oh yeah, I listened to a few of the jailhouse calls. Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, Buster seems sketch, but again, so do everybody. I mean, his brothers. No, okay. I could swear to. Let's pull up the 911 call that his mom placed for the housekeeper because I swear that it's two different people talking on that 911 call. Okay, here we go. Let's listen to this one too. Hey, Dr. Phil. I don't know. I'll have to find it. Like I said, I just started looking at this because, there was nothing else on Netflix. So I turned it on. And it wasn't a case I was following at all until now. I'm like, now I watched the documentary. I'm like, hold up, this is wild. Hold on. One thing that sucks or struck me about the jailhouse calls, he talks about getting out, but he never says we need to find out who did this. Right, Rosie? Dr. Phil, he's definitely talking to someone. I think so. The housekeeper call, Maggie sounds more annoyed than concerned for her. Yeah, there's that. But I swear I had to listen to it again this afternoon because I'm like, that is two different people. I almost wondered if it was Paul and the wife because it doesn't sound like Alex. Here, let's just listen to it. Perhaps I'm just crazy. That's totally.
911, where's your emergency? 4147 Moselle Road. Okay, can you give me the address one more time? Make sure I got it right. Yes, 4147 Moselle Road. Okay, what's going on out there? I'm sorry? What's going on out there? My housekeeper has fallen and her head is bleeding. I cannot get her up. Okay, you said she's fallen.
She does not sound concerned at all. This is a woman who has been around dead people so much it doesn't even faze her.
I just put it in the freezer for you guys.
Okay, thank you.
She's bleeding from the head? Yes. Okay.
Paula and Maggie.
How old is she? I'm not sure, like 58 maybe.
You don't know?
Do you know if she fell from standing or not? No. Where'd she fall from? She fell going up the steps, up the brick steps. Okay, so she outside or inside? Outside.
Okay.
How many steps is there?
Hold up. Okay, so this is a mansion, right? This is well-off people because they're stealing everybody else's money to pay for their lifestyle, right? So, do they not have like an outside camera or something? This man had like gambling debts and shit. Is there like an outside camera that caught her falling? How did everyone just know she fell on the stairs? How did they know about the dog being tripped? I know that, just so happens before she died or in her dying breaths on her way out, she talked to Alex and said the dog stripped me or something like that. I don't even know, but that is some bullshit.
8. Okay, is she on the ground or is she up here?
Hey, Sunshine. Yeah, I can't stand her tone either. She does not give a shit.
She's on the
And this girl's been in her life for many years because she helped raise Paul from what the documentary says. So, first of all, you don't know how old this woman is, but she's been like your everyday nanny for your child since he was basically born, or I mean, at least like what, 2 years old or so. Hey, Stitching. Hi, Gidget.
ground. She's on the ground. She's on the
She's
ground.
on the ground. She's on the ground.
No, not really.
Is she awake at all?
No.
Okay. Is she just not like responding appropriately, but she is awake?
Man, she's not. No, she's not responding.
Okay, I've already got them on the way. Me asking questions does not slow them down, man.
Oh shit.
Knowing if she's
The 911 operator is getting a little frustrated with her.
conscious is one of the things that the medic needs to know if she's responding
Not
at
really.
all to you.
No.
Okay, so she's not responsive at all.
Well, I mean, she's mumbling.
Okay, so she is somewhat conscious. Is she breathing okay?
Yes.
Is she bleeding from anywhere?
Yes, her head.
Okay, are you guys able to control the
Right, like
bleeding?
she wouldn't
No.
Can you
I
put
haven't
a
even
clean
tried.
rag or anything on it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, is she bleeding from like her face, the back of the head,
I've got
her
an
neck?
ambulance coming. Sir, my name what?
Where exactly is she bleeding from on her head?
I'm not sure. At the top of her head.
Okay.
Watch it.
Okay.
Oh,
Can-
gosh.
What happened?
She just fell back down. Can I get off this phone so I can go down there?
Can I have your name and phone number? Or are you able to bring the phone down by her?
What?
Or are you on a cell phone where you can walk down there
I'm
and
on a
talk?
cell.
She just fell back down. So you're on 911 call. You don't even let this operator know that she's trying to get up. So in the background, we're supposed to believe that Gloria, is that right? Was standing up. We don't hear her fall again. She doesn't scream out or nothing. Like nobody told her to sit down or just lay there. Like, I don't understand, why was this woman getting up to fall again? That doesn't make no sense. And wouldn't we have like heard that in the background of the call? You'd think. Is she not even standing out there at all by her? Like, I don't know what is going on here. Something is not right.
Phone. No.
Okay, can you bring it with you so we can ask her some questions about what kind of pain she's having?
Yes, ask. Hi, Lanky. Sorry, let me read that. What did Lanky say? Lanky, share. And Mom will be joining chat tonight. Oh, good for her. I'm glad. I'm glad. I think Onara is going. Onara? Am I saying that right? Onara is going to be live soon. Hi, Amy. Yeah, make it make sense. So somebody else is out there. We know Paul was there. Who else was there? I don't know. No idea. Oh, actually, I do know. There was a groundskeeper there as well who saw Gloria. Am I saying it right? It's Gloria, right? No, that's okay. Thank you, Lanky. No, because I want to hear. I want to definitely support that. So thank you. But yeah. Yes, pork chop. Yeah, the groundskeeper, and said that about within 15 minutes, I believe is what he said in the documentary, that I'm sorry, I don't remember the mom's name. What was the mom's name? You guys will know better than me. I'm so sorry, I'm spacing right now. But the mom, his Alex's wife, that allegedly that he shot, or somebody shot. Cotton Candy, hey sis. Did I send you my new number? I think I did. Look in your Facebook. But What is the mom's name? Maggie. Thank you. Yes, Maggie.
Hello? Yeah.
Ye-
Can you ask the patient what kind of
This
pain?
is not Maggie right now.
Hello? Hello? Yeah.
This is Paul, in my belief. This is not Maggie anymore on this call. Am I crazy? Like, that's not Maggie no more talking. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Nikki Tupos. Yeah, hey, Pork Chop. Hope she's doing well. Is Elle going to stay there if she gets bail? Is Elle going to stay there if she gets bail? Paul takes over. Okay, so I'm not crazy. So this is a known thing that Paul takes over the 911 call. Okay, yeah. So I'm like, okay, this is two different voices, but I don't follow this case, so don't come for me. I'm learning.
Can you ask the patient what kind of pain she's having? Ma'am, she can't talk. Okay. Do you know? She's cracked her head and there's blood on the concrete and she's bleeding out of her left ear. Okay, she's bleeding out of her ear? And out of her head. She's cracked her skull. Okay. All right. The other lady said that she had tried to stand up and fell down again? No, I was holding her up. Okay.
Yeah,
She
this
told me
is
to turn her
confusing.
loose and she was trying to use her arm, but then she fell back over. Okay. Do you guys know who she is? Yes, she works for us. Okay. Do you know if she's ever had a stroke or anything before? Ma'am, can you stop asking her these questions? I already have them on the way. I already have them on the way. Me asking questions does not slow them down in any way. These are relevant questions that I have to ask for the ambulance.
It's a cute picture trinket.
One of my questions is, has she ever had a stroke? I don't believe she's ever had a stroke, not that I know of. Okay. Is she able to talk to you guys at all, or is she unconscious now? She's not unconscious. She's just mumbling. Okay. I believe she's maybe hit her head and maybe has a concussion or something. Okay. Maybe. Do you know what her name is? Gloria Satterfield. You said Sanderfield? Ma'am? You said Sanderfield? Yeah. Satterfield. Satterfield. Okay. What's the house look like out there? It's offset off the road. Okay. It's a big house, got a wide driveway.
Yo, I'm not even kidding. They need to tear this land up. They need to tear this motherfucking land up. There is skeletons in here. I am convinced. Hi, Kathy. Kathy 12. Archie is on it. She posted a video. Wait, who posted a video? Who posted a video? Can you drop the call and link again, please? Hey, Mama Bear. Yeah. Oh, I'm not even reading my chat. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, it is. I mean, this family is so fucked up. Like, honestly. But this isn't something that I believe is just like, this goes, quite honestly, I mean, we gotta look back at like the grandpa and everything, because Alex here has been getting away with shit all his life. You know what I'm saying? So, and because absolutely his kids have gotten away with everything all their life. So, I mean, yeah. Yeah, High Priestess. Trafficking. Wait, who's trafficking? Wait. Oh, yeah, Allie. Oh, yeah, that's right.
The long driveway? Yeah. Is there a gate or anything down there that they're going to need to come through? There's two big brick columns they'll have to come through. Okay, but there's no like gate code or anything?
Okay, the boy who they set up to look like a hit and run, was the text messages ever released from that boy's phone? Stephen Smith? Is it Sam? Sam or Steven? See, sorry guys, I don't know the names that good yet. I'm trying. The Smith boy. You're from South Carolina. This family has a lot of bodies. It's called the good old boy system. Absolutely, Gidget. Stephen Smith. Okay. All right. Was the text messages from that night ever released? Because it said that he had texted or called Buster Murdaugh. Oh, Suzanne. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, that's not shocking, right? Because I believe he's definitely hidden, properties, money, assets. Or not. He probably gambles them all away from what I've read so far.
Anything that they need?
No, ma'am. And tell them that they can look for a fellow on a 6x6 Ranger.
Look at
Waiting on them in the road is green. You know what they probably know what the Ranger looks like.
Yeah. You said like
Fella's
green.
got on a black sweater, a hat, and pants.
Okay. All right. If something changes with her, if she loses consciousness or anything like that, I need one of you guys to call me back right away.
Yeah,
okay?
she's unconscious now.
Okay,
He said that.
How long is it going to take? Because this pick up.
That I don't know. I've had them on the way since
She said
Maggie
she can't
first
talk.
called
She's
me. They
bleeding
were
out her
told
ear.
right away.
Okay.
All right, but I think they're coming. Hang on 1 minute. Let me check.
Okay, so yeah, so this is the dog kennels right over. One of these is the dog. This one, I think, the dog kennels right here. So they were shot like in here somewhere. His son and wife, I mean, Maggie and Paul. I think like right here. Yeah, I mean, Alex knows what's up.
They're coming from somewhere on Belt Highway in Ruffin. Okay, that's where their station is.
I heard that they're going to revisit Alex.
All right, but like I said, if something changes, call me back.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Something changes, call me back. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Monster spill? Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Hampton County 911, where's your emergency?
Hello, I just going down Crocketville Road, and I see somebody laying out.
What road what's the name of the highway that you're on?
I know it's Crocketville Road.
Just know it's Crocketville Road?
Yeah.
Hold on just a second. And which way are you headed?
Okay, the back way to go, like going towards Brunson.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, you're on that road just before you get into Crocketville?
Turn Crocketville, make that right.
Okay. Come to Crocketville, take a right.
Wait, take a left. When you call 601, Bamberg.
If I'm going toward Bamberg, I'm gonna take a left onto that road.
Hey, Trulia. Hey, Yanni, are you feeling better? He makes you want to ugly cry. Yeah. Yeah, this was so uncalled like that. I don't understand like what happened that night. Now I have like thoughts and theories, but it hasn't been released of what's going on in my head. Because okay, so if Buster went and picked him up, right? But Buster wouldn't want his friends to know anything happened, right? So why would Buster bring friends with to go pick up this guy that he allegedly had some kind of relations with, right? And so unless like I don't know, I don't know. I think they took him somewhere and wrestled him around. And I mean, obviously, because he was placed there, right? But I don't think he died there. I think he was brought back there or something, but I'm not sure. I don't know. They're knocking you around bad. You got to just try and get some sleep. You got to just sleep it off.
Yeah, like you going to, I did a road called 14. You can go to Sandy Run,
But you're not on Sandy Run Road?
I think it said you can Sandy Run, go straight on out.
Okay. And is it in the road or?
Stephen Smith is, I believe at the time he was, I think, a 19-year-old. He went to school with Paul and all of those friends. I can't remember the friends' names, but Paul's girlfriend, that whole group of friends, they went to school with them. And yeah, he was definitely in pictures that I saw with some of the females in some of the like the graduation pictures of the friend group. Stephen Smith was in some of those. So they knew who Stephen Smith was for sure. Like there's no question about that. But yeah, he from the documentary, allegedly, I don't know, because I didn't hear it from Stevens, or I don't think I heard it from Stevens' family either on the documentary. I can't point, but allegedly Stephen Smith was gay and had relations with Buster Murdaugh, who also apparently is gay, but like I guess in the Murdaugh family that would be a big no-no. But yeah, he had some car issues one night, and it said that he texted Buster Murdaugh to come help him. I think like with the tire on his car, something about the car like ran out of gas, or he had a flat tire, something like that. And yeah, he was found positioned in the road to make it look like a hit and run. However, the law says it doesn't align. It doesn't align with a hit and run. The injuries don't align. The blood splatter doesn't align. And his like clothing and shoes and everything still being perfectly on his body. If someone got hit like that and flew down the road a couple feet, like they're trying to say Steven did, he doesn't land perfectly laying in the road like that. And then his loose fitting shoes are both on his feet perfectly fine. A lot of times you'll see that people's shoes are knocked off when they get hit and tossed a little bit. So Alex is wanting Buster to go back to law school. Well, I'm sorry, but Buster is not going to have a good law career anymore. There's just no way. I can't be the only one that thinks that Buster has definitely killed people. Right, Vexing? I mean, that would be a good, loving, regular parent. Right? Because, yeah, it doesn't matter who my kids love. Like, I still am going to love my kids. I don't care if they bring home someone that's yellow or polka dot or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter to me. As long as they're happy and they're being treated good, that's all that matters. That's all I care. Yeah, forever tarnish. For
On the side of the road.
Yeah, you in the road.
Oh, in the road?
Yeah.
Yeah, huh.
All right. So what's your name and call that number?
My name is Ronnie Capers.
Okay. All right, Mr. Capers. Can I get a phone number for you?
Let's see. I don't know the number off this phone, but you can call this number back. I was going to work.
Okay, but this is a good number to reach you back at?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll get an officer headed out that way to see what's going on.
Okay. So you live in the road. I ain't moving or nothing like that. But somebody going to hit him. It's dark. Somebody going to hit him.
All right. We'll get an officer headed out that way.
Okay.
All right, sir.
All right.
Oh, I think so. I do. I think so. I just again, don't believe, was that Paul and Buster? Like, I don't know, because why would, if Buster didn't want anyone to know, why would he bring some friends with him? So that don't make sense either. Or was it Buster and his dad? Did his dad find out something and then want to go? Like, I don't know. Was it all three of the Murdaughs? Because I don't know. Because you can't tell me. Hold on, let me find. You can't tell me like the Alex Murdaugh, the whole Murdaugh family. I can't remember Alex's brothers' names, but they sure give me the wrong vibe too. Dude, reminds me like Tim Mullins. Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Well, did you ultimately go to Alameda that evening with Alec, Buster, and his girlfriend Brooklyn?
We did.
Do you
Come
remember
on
what
now.
Alec was wearing?
Tell me that don't look like a little Tim Mullen wannabe right here. Like, that alone gives me the heebie-jeebies. If he was a little bit taller, that'd be Tim Mullen's brother for sure. So yeah, don't trust him. And then the other dude, the other brother who looks like before this dude lost a bunch of weight, Alex Murdaugh lost a bunch of weight in prison or jail, wherever he's sitting at right now, waiting for sentencing, jail, I guess. But yeah, dude, he looks like his twin. He looks scary. I didn't like how he kept putting his hand on this one here, because I do kind of feel like this one here wants to say a little bit more, but he's a little one, right? And I don't like how in the documentary, this one and the other brother is sitting talking, and he's like crying, like real tears, crying. And you could tell, like, I feel like he wanted to say more. Then all of a sudden, the big brother puts his hands around his shoulder, starts like rubbing on his neck and stuff, and then takes over talking. And I just did not like him. I told Mark, I'm like, well, this dude's a fucking liar. Like, look at this. Like, it gave me the vibes of Don Wells with his oldest son. Remember that one where he's like had his hand on his, wrapped around his shoulder? It's very controlling vibe.
When he went
But
to
this
Alameda.
one definitely is done some dirty work for all of the family. So I mean, I also don't feel too bad for him either, but I just think that he's probably a little more scared than the other Murdaughs.
Not precise. I mean, I can't. He was wearing shorts and a t-shirt. I can't tell you
I do too.
details, but it was shorts and a t-shirt. You know, like relaxed shorts.
Do you know whether he had a shower or not?
It appeared he had. I mean, his hair was not. Yeah, I didn't see him in the shower, but I can tell you, I think he had a shower.
I understand. So then let's move forward to the morning of the June 8th. I guess, did you get any sleep the night of June the 7th?
Very little. I don't know that I fell asleep. I've certainly laid in the bed.
June 7th. Wait, June 7th, 2021. So this was literally 2 weeks before Summer went missing. It's not tight. I'm just saying, like, wow, I didn't realize I know that it was in 2021. So they're saying, I think, June 2021, because I remember being like, oh shit. None of them are innocent. I agree, broken dishes.
You can imagine just
I agree.
Thoughts and things. I don't know if I slept. Okay. When I got up and started moving the next day, I certainly didn't feel like I'd slept.
What did you do the next day when you got up?
You talking about precisely or generally?
Yeah, like, no, everything. Like, what did you do? What did you do the next day? It was a very simple question, dude.
Generally.
Just generally.
I got up and Alec was up. I don't think Buster and Buckland were. I told Alec that I was going over to Greenfield. My farm that I told you all about is 2 or 3 miles away, so it's very close. And I have all, plenty of clothes over there. So I told him I was going over there to shower and put on fresh clothes, and that I would meet him at Moselle.
And did you go to Moselle?
I did after I left Green.
Okay, I want to find something else. Oh, Randy? Oh, come on. It's Randy saying, okay, now hold on. I don't like Randy, the other brother. Okay, so Randy.
Looks like y'all got a lot of
This
stuff here in
brother's
your water.
definitely got, like, yeah, I don't
This'll clean up your
this
water.
Dude.
It's all about
bull crap.
The murders of Maggie and Paul Murdaugh shook America. What's the latest twist in the tale, and where does the killer's brother fit into all this? In the
Yeah.
first interview of its kind since the conviction and sentencing of Alec Murdaugh, the killer's brother, Randy Murdaugh, has opened up to the New York Times about what he thinks happened the night his sister-in-law and nephew were shot and killed. The 2021 murder.
Like, we know already, this family obviously has no problem killing each other and helping in trying to hide that. Like, the family helps each other with burying bodies, quite literally. This, right? Okay. I mean, there's no way around it. I don't buy that the entire family didn't know what was going on. I just don't believe that at all. It's like saying that Dawn and Candace, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't buy that. So Randy, I don't think would have any problems throwing Alex under the bus to save his own ass, his money, his family. Because if I'm not mistaken, Randy's married with children and stuff too. He doesn't want to lose it all either, right? So, oh yeah, they got no problem throwing each other under the bus to save their own ass. That's for sure.
Murders took place on the expansive rural estate owned by the Murdaughs, a prominent legal
I don't
family.
buy that he paid someone to shoot him, though. Truly, I really don't think that's true. I think he tried to. I honestly, some people say that he tried to commit suicide. I know that's what his attorney tried to say, but I don't buy that either. I think he had to shoot himself, and it was planned to shoot himself. The head was pretty risky, but he probably knew where to shoot, that he'd be okay or something. I don't know how badly he shot his head. For all I know, it probably grazed him to make him bleed a little. But I mean, it had to look serious, right? I mean, this is what some of these people do. What case was that where, yeah, I mean, they'll shoot themselves to make them look like they are, you know, under attack too. That's what he wanted everyone to believe, because I think he was worried that it was going to all cave in on him. Like, he was absolutely losing his shit, and he wanted to throw the trail off of him, I believe. That's my belief. So I think he shot himself. I think he staged the drug dealer to come there and do that. I actually believe the drug dealer in this. Yeah, I do. I think that, you know, that would have been perfect setup, and he was going to, I mean, get the drug dealer locked up. Why not, right? Oh, I'm so sad of everything. And oh my gosh, I tried to kill myself. And no. We're supposed to believe he tried to kill himself because of him, like, losing his job and being caught stealing all the money. I'm breaking up. Okay. I'll shut up.
In the Charleston, South Carolina area. After a 6-week trial and a brief period of deliberation, Alec was found guilty of both crimes and handed 2 consecutive life sentences in prison. Over the course of the trial, Alec's serious substance use issues and long history of financial fraud were revealed. He reportedly defrauded millions from the family firm's clients and will stand trial for those crimes at a later date. On the topic of his brother's guilt, Randy, who attended the University of South Carolina with his brother and did not testify at Alec's trial, told the New York Times he's still not sure who pulled the trigger. However, he said, Alec knows more than what he's saying. He's not telling the truth, in my opinion. Though Randy Murdaugh worked alongside his brother Alec at the Murdaugh family law firm, the two had not spoken in roughly a year. In his New York Times interview, Randy explained that they were not exactly close. He said, "It's not like there was some problem with our relationship necessarily. We just really weren't alike, so we didn't do stuff together." In the weeks after Maggie and Paul Murdaugh were brutally shot and killed, Randy did everything he could to try and find out who murdered his sister-in-law and nephew. He explains, "I spent considerable time, day after day for weeks on end, calling people." But he claims the same could not be said for Alec, a fact that he found troubling. Those observations about Alec's demeanor after the death of his wife and son were corroborated by Maggie's sister, Marion Proctor, on the witness stand. Discussing the family's fears about the killers remaining at large, Marion said,
I think everybody was afraid. Alec didn't seem to be afraid.
In contrast, Alec's surviving son, Buster, testified under oath that his father was, in his words, destroyed and heartbroken over the deaths of Paul and Maggie. Meanwhile,
No.
Alec had reportedly confessed to his brother Randy the embezzlement and other financial crimes, which he attributed to his opiate addiction. Shortly after that happened, Randy says Alec claims someone tried to shoot and kill him. He later confessed that he had paid his purported drug dealer, Curtis Eddie Smith, to try and shoot him in an act of assisted suicide.
No,
Smith
don't buy
failed,
that
however.
at all.
Despite Alec Murdaugh's conviction on the double murder of his wife and son, Randy still can't say for certain he's guilty. Despite all his faults, he said he'd only known his brother to be a loving and protective father. Randy's characterization of his brother's guilt, or at the very least involvement in the crime, diverges from what John Marvin, another...
Oh, truly? Seriously? I didn't know that. That wasn't said on the documentary. Don't jump share. Hey, Northern Light. Hi, Tennessee Misty.
Murdaugh brother said on Good Morning America shortly after Maggie and Paul died. He said, "My brother loved Maggie and loved Paul like nothing else on this earth, just like he loves Buster. So there's no possible way he could have anything to do with this, I can assure you." Shortly after that, the Murdaugh family released a statement that read, "The entire family has been consistent that regardless of what goes on, we want the truth." In his 2023 interview with the New York Times, Randy said, "The not knowing is the worst thing there is. I hoped that after the trial, because there's nothing more that can be presented, that I'd stop thinking about this. But so far, that has not been the case."
Recordings just got better.
Hey, Stonefly. Let me check this out.
Call it going. Share it attached.
Central 717.
Hey, Amy. So I'm guessing when he got in trouble for stealing from his work and lost his job, got cut out, Maggie was like, "Enough of this. I'm leaving your ass." Because Maggie wasn't so sweet and innocent herself, not to be mean, but watching the documentary, she very much was also, they called her Maggie Murdaugh. Maggie Murder. Yeah, so she didn't deserve to be killed, but I don't think that her and Paul were so sweet and innocent in, other bodies, if you will. But yeah, because Maggie was, like threatening other families in the boat crash thing and stuff like that. So, but again, she didn't deserve to get murdered. I'm not saying that. She was a piece of work herself, 100%. From the series I just watched, that's my belief. The whole family was fucked. But, some extent of it had to be people just doing what they're told because they're scared too, maybe? I don't know. It very well could be.
It's bad. It's bad. How did you pull up? You from back there?
I went to the house and they weren't home, which was odd. I tried to call.
Okay.
And then I knew they had been down
Is
here
it
before I
odd?
left to go to my.
Wait, why would it be odd that she wasn't home? They weren't home. This raised a red flag to me. The boat accident would be last thing on my mind. Yeah, it's just anything that he can throw at these people to distract off of him. Oh, the boat thing, because everyone, like, he knows that the police, we know about the boat thing, and yeah, people were not happy with him. Like the whole town, he knows that the town was talking, especially then, but they were sure talking before that. But yeah, he brings up the boat wreck. It should have been the furthest from his mind right now, but he brings that up again good point. Like, why bring that up right now? Why? Because it's to deflect off of him and be like, yeah, we got haters out of that. So, don't look at me. Let's go find some haters that hates my son because of a boat wreck, and one of the friends was never found. Or no, she was found, but she died, right? Because of the boat wreck. So yeah, that's my understanding too. Yes. That's kind of why I didn't even factor in all of his, money problems, gambling, his job and all that. Cause I was like, oh, he's gonna get in shit because people know that he was meddling in the boat wreck. And yeah, that was supposed to be happening. He was worried about that. And, Paul dies. Well, he's playing Jodie C. Brown. Look over there, not at me. Yeah, he's playing all of them, right? Dawn, Candace, it's everybody else. Don't look over here, though. It's not me, never me. It's everybody else in town and, all these other YouTubers, just not me.
Mom. Okay. And so that is loaded. Okay. You might want
Oh, that's interesting, Pussycat.
Is this the only firearm with you?
He's lying right there.
I don't, but occasionally there's a pistol in there.
Okay. Just wait right here for me for a second, okay?
Copy. Kill your front lights, I can't see.
This is the balance of my account after I installed a tool that pays for watching videos in my cell phone.
Okay, I want to see something. Oh, I'm not going to find it on here. So there was a YouTuber. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Let's try this. Is this it?
I am in the Netflix documentary about the Murdaughs. If you've seen it, you've seen me show footage I got of Alec Murdaugh's brother and son carrying guns out of the home immediately following a search warrant that was performed at Moselle, the property that Maggie and Paul were murdered on.
You see that?
You've seen me show footage I got of Alec Murdaugh's brother and son carrying guns out of the home immediately following a search warrant that was performed at Moselle, the property that Maggie and Paul were murdered on. The guns used to kill them are still currently missing. I got a lot more footage that day than what Netflix showed in their documentary, so I'll be splicing some of that never-before-seen footage throughout this video. I'm actually filming this a day before the documentary comes out. I'm in my mobile studio right outside of the courthouse in Walterboro, South Carolina. Trial's on a lunch break right now, and I wanted to take a few moments to give some expanded thoughts on what I think about that gun footage that was in the Netflix documentary. I actually haven't seen the Netflix documentary, so I don't really quite know exactly how everything's going to be presented and how, like, where it's going to fit in and how it's going to be tied in. So I don't really know, if they're going to make it seem really, really nefarious, or if they're going to kind of portray it in the more like, we really don't know, this is what it is, which is kind of how I wanted it to be presented. I actually didn't know I was getting gun footage when I got it. Another reporter had come over and talked to me about kind of like what was going on. And I was making my way over to the house. As we started talking, I just kind of stopped the drone and let it hover for a little bit. And it wasn't until later that I actually saw the footage. But when I saw the footage, I wrestled a lot with what to do.
You guys make sure you go over here to this channel. What's his channel? Eric Allen, right here. Eric Allen. So make sure you're subbed to him and be watching for this because, yeah, and my picture's covering his channel logo. So want to make sure we get it out there. Okay, so this is interesting.
There was, I think I've always believed and really still do believe that it's pretty unlikely that that was anything nefarious going on. And at the time, I knew that if I put it out, it would probably be taken as, hey, this is pretty nefarious. Hey, this is Buster and John Marvin helping Alec hide the murder weapons and the guns or something like that. And I at that time, we had a lot less information. And at that time, there was a thought in my mind that what if Buster,
I didn't
had
yet,
just
Gail,
lost
not yet.
his mom and his brother, what if John Marvin was just taking him on a hunting trip and they were trying to get away from all this crazy mess? And now I'm going to be here putting out this footage that just causes them more stress and drama. And that just felt icky to me. But on the other hand, there's part of me that's like, well, what if this is, what if this actually is evidence that that could help in these murders, that could help, Sled, or that could help.
He means well. He doesn't want to put any more. And I see a lot of people like, leave Buster alone, but I don't know why all of these people aren't being looked more into. I mean, yeah, Alex should be definitely locked up, but I don't think he's the only one, if I'm being completely honest.
Help, whoever. And so
Good
I
question,
went back and
Allie.
forth on it for a long time. Sometimes when I don't know what decision to make, I will just go with default inaction. And that's just kind of what I did. It's just like, well, I don't know what to do, so I'm just not going to do anything. I'm going to let this sit on my hard drive, and it'll probably just die there. Fast forward 8 months. And through those 8 months, I would think about it every once in a while as we were getting closer to.
Of course. So he held on to this for a while, right? Do you think, I wonder if he'll say, did Law ask for his recordings? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Potential trial, there was still always that in the back of my mind. What if it means something? What if it is significant?
Right.
And so anyways, the production company making the Netflix documentary reached out to license some of my drone footage. Long story short, they ended up emailing me and said, hey, we're coming to town to shoot some more things. We'd love to hire you as our drone operator while we're in town. So really cool opportunity. Really glad I got to do that. While I was there, to pause for a second, I didn't want to upload this footage anywhere to show anyone. I didn't want to, upload it to a Dropbox account and then email someone and say, hey, take a look at this. Does this mean something? Uploading it somewhere, I just felt like there was a big risk of it just leaking and getting out. And then I wanted to be really careful with it. So I didn't do that. And so I was at the Netflix shoot and thought to myself, this might be a good opportunity to show someone this footage that has also done a ton of research into these events. I thought to myself, I've got this piece of information, this gun footage, which on its own, we don't really know what it means. Maybe they have some information.
Hi, Patty.
That I don't have, that could either confirm that it is or isn't nefarious. And then we can kind of put it to rest. They might have information that says, hey, yeah, we do have info that Sled returned all the guns that they had taken from them initially.
Really, Patty Ponytail? I make your brain hurt. Sorry.
Because they had done all their testing and they were giving them back on that day. This footage doesn't mean anything. Or they might have information saying, hey, Sled, was at the house looking for guns.
Right.
And they didn't find any. And so you have footage of them leaving, and now the Murdaughs are taking these guns off the property. Maybe, they had hid them really well, and now they were getting them off the property, whatever. But maybe they have information that can provide more context to this gun footage that I have. So I showed it to them, and they didn't.
I believe so, Pussycat.
So I was kind of back at square one, but they obviously wanted the footage.
Right.
And so was kind of back at like debating, is this footage that needs to be out there or not? But the first thing was, I don't want to look back after this trial is over and know that maybe I had a piece of information that was pertinent, that could have brought justice to Maggie and Paul, that could have really aided in this investigation and put the killer behind bars. If even if there's only a 1% chance that footage could have done that, if I just keep it to myself and don't do anything with it, that would be wrong. If I'm going to be completely honest, and I tried really hard not to have this second factor be a factor. And I hope that it wasn't, but it's hard to say, honestly, even when I reflect on myself. Having this footage in the Netflix documentary would mean that I'm even more part of this Netflix documentary and potentially even in it. And so I really tried to push that second one aside and go, okay, is this first reason enough on its own to include this footage? And I ultimately came to the conclusion that it was. Now, let me back up for a second and talk about why I didn't just send this footage to SLED. So,
why didn't? I'm interested. So, does that mean that they didn't ask him for his footage then, and he just was waiting?
Two possibilities of what could have happened if taking the guns out of the home was nefarious. Possibility number one, the Murdaughs hid the guns. SLED came, searched the house, didn't find any guns. The Murdaughs retrieved them from their hiding spot and took them away from the house, on that day. Or two, if this was nefarious, this is the second possibility. SLED knew the guns were there. They were looking for them, but because of the Murdaughs' connections with SLED allowed them, or the particular agents that were there that day, allowed them to take the guns off the house after they left.
Yeah.
Said, hey.
They for sure have people in high and low places. I mean, no doubt about that. They've gotten away with this for forever because of the connections that they have. No doubt about it. You had attorneys lining up. You still got attorneys lining up to protect Alex Murdaugh, and I don't understand it. So, there's just greasy people all around. He's like the Better Call Saul attorney for Walter White. Fuck.
We didn't find any guns. Again, I thought at the time and still think now both of those are very, very unlikely. But there's still a possibility. I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I
so is that why he didn't send it in? Maybe he's like, well, because they have connections. If I send this in, maybe he's a little scared too, right?
This footage to SLED, and SLED was involved in doing something that wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
Then essentially, this sounds ridiculous, and I know it does. But I didn't want to be put at risk.
Right. No, I was
I
just thinking
that.
From that. Yeah, that's exactly what I was just thinking.
I've got this footage. No one else knows this footage.
I was thinking, but I'm like, well, he just put it out on his channel, right? So they're gonna know he has it anyway. I think his thoughts are. They make sense. I mean, I would think the same too, because there's definitely been people who have helped them get away with shit. I mean, honestly.
Footage is out there, and it could implicate SLED and the Murdaughs in something, even bigger. So, and in my mind, there was a 0.5% chance
when he talks
that was the case. But when you're dealing with stakes that are life and death, 0.5% is not a risk that I want to take. It's just not. So I was thinking about all these kind of different factors, and ultimately, I knew that if this came out in a Netflix documentary that everyone saw, then that gives me some level of protection, because now it's just out there. There's no use in doing anything to me. Everyone knows I'm the one that got it. So if I mysteriously was, offed or whatever, it was just out there. So ultimately decided, I want to be careful with how it's presented in the documentary. Those were kind of my stipulations. I wanted it to be well known that this might be nothing, that we don't really know what this is, but that it did.
I'm just wondering if he's having tea with Jody Sue. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
It seemed odd. Also, kind of side note, it was about 8 months between I got that footage and when I, first showed it to Netflix. And that was months and months before the trial happened.
Mm-hmm.
But during those 8 months, I actually did show that footage to 2 different law enforcement officers. One of them who actually was former law enforcement and was actually a part of SLED. And they told me that the Murdaughs did have connections with SLED, and that they had even been invited with other SLED agents out to the home for a shooting day or a barbecue or something like that. And they said that they didn't.
What? Okay, I definitely think the agents were letting him get rid of shit. Like, honestly.
Go, but they said that
What?
that happened. So, that just kind of bolstered the small possibility that this was nefarious and that SLED was involved, and that if I just only sent this to SLED, then that could potentially put me at risk. So yeah, ultimately made a decision to have it included in the Netflix documentary, and then my hope was that the Netflix documentary would come out long before the trial ever started, which just didn't happen. Essentially, a few months after I had shot with Netflix and showed them that footage, I started working with the Luna Shark Productions team, David Moses, Mandy Matney, Liz Farrell, Eric Bland, that whole crew, and showed David the footage. And, they kind of agreed with me that it's not likely that this was anything nefarious, but they recommended that, at that point we knew that, Creighton Waters was going to be the prosecutor. And so, they recommended, hey, send an email to Creighton's assistant, since it's looking like the Netflix documentary is not going to be out in time, and then you can know that the prosecution has that information if they need it. So, so I did do that, and they never responded, but at least I knew I gave them the opportunity to have it if they needed it. Lastly,
Okay, but would they respond if he's got connections, right? The Murdaugh or Alex, but all of them, really. I mean, the brothers too, right? If they have these connections, yeah. I mean, would they even want it? Because
so
it's
I
interesting.
also
What you
did
think?
try kind of closer
Yeah,
to
it's all. That's why this case is high profile. It's got a little bit of all that drug, sex, work, gambling, questioning. If certain members of the family are either gay or bi, possibly, or something. But yeah, with the whole Stephen Smith thing. Wow.
When I got that gun footage, before I had ever talked to Netflix or anything like that, when I was still wrestling with what to do with it, I did reach out to John Marvin Murdaugh. Now, I didn't reach out and say, hey, I've got footage of you and Buster carrying guns out of the house. What does this mean? I just wasn't going to do that.
Why?
Just let them know that I had this footage.
Oh man, I so would have been like, so maybe not that I had footage, but what's up with you and your nephew loading up guns as the SLED department was leaving?
I did just ask, hey, I'm working on this project.
And he was friends with the DNR guy. Like, for sure, Alex Murdaugh was friends with one of the head DNR agents who helped him out with the whole boat situation too. But yeah, I saw that in the documentary. So I mean, yeah, definitely there's connections involved.
I've got a few videos out on
Buster's
this
weird.
whole
They're
saga.
all weird.
I've tried to be really impartial and really fair, and I'd really love to hear your perspective on this.
Dude, tell me that doesn't look like Tim Mullins.
My Facebook and didn't hear anything back, which is understandable. He has no obligation to speak with me, and then also reached out, living in the same area, we have a mutual friend. And so I reached out to a mutual acquaintance of ours and who did message him directly on his cell phone. And long story short, the meeting never ended up happening. But my hope was that I could potentially, I hadn't really made up my mind with how I was going to do it yet, but bring up that footage and see if he had an explanation for it and give him an opportunity to say, hey, it was just this, or it was just that. But never had that opportunity to do that. But I tried. So if you're not subscribed yet, I'd be honored if you hit that subscribe button. This is actually the first video that I've done that's kind of lower quality, that's not super highly produced.
No, it was good. Oh, he wasn't done yet.
It is okay to be so stressed and overwhelmed.
I think that was it. Wow. Oh, he did? See? You guys, I gotta know more. I'm gonna be catching up on this. For real. For reals. Okay, so I wanted to go over some more stuff tonight, but I don't think we're gonna get to it tonight. But I'm live tomorrow evening on a situation. I think I'm gonna add an afternoon live. I'm not sure. But let's really quick go over the people have been asking me about what I think about, what the news or the articles about Leilani Simon and the court stuff. Let's bring it up, which I watched it, I read it, and I'm for it. Right? I mean, surprise. Oh. Okay, so she's seeking bond. Okay. All right, so let's see what this says here.
Free Tax USA. Free, let's break that down. Free federal returns for 5 Leilani Simon, the Savannah mother accused of killing her toddler son Quentin Simon, is now requesting bond. Simon has been in jail since November. According to her indictment, she beat Quentin to death before throwing his body into a trailer park dumpster. Simon's bond hearing and her arraignment
Allegedly.
are set for March 23rd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, allegedly. It's oh, I didn't see this one. Quentin Simon's mom, Leilani, makes desperate plea for release from jail as murder trial looms. Perhaps we'll have to talk about this for a different show because she's 23, stands accused, right? So it's alleged, but again, do we buy that Danny was involved? I don't. Leilani's team has requested to release her from jail as the court has yet to set her bond. Oh, beautiful. She's been in jail for over 100 days, and according to Georgia state law, a bond has to be established before the 90-day mark. Yeah. If that's the law, they have to do it. I mean, if that's the law, then yeah, they need to visit that. She's pled not guilty to all charges and has been in jail for 100 days. Her bond was not set at initial hearing as the judge present was not a Superior Court judge. The bond must be set within 90 days of being in prison. After 90 days have passed, the criminal defense attorney can nudge the court to either set it or release their client. So, release Leilani or set bail. And that's because that's the Georgia state law. So, if that's the state law, they got to do it. Whether, I don't care who, thinks it's okay or not okay. That's the justice system's rule. They have to do that. They have to, right? I don't care what anyone thinks about her or the situation. If Leilani is released, she may be able to meet with her team and view important video evidence that could be used against her while they prepare a case to be used in court. Criminal defense attorney told the local outlet, "I'm sorry, but that only seems fair." If Leilani, okay, it's still unclear what evidence led to her arrest, but documents claim the 22-year-old allegedly, okay, I'm not even going to read the rest of that. I just can't. It pisses me off. His grandmother's home in Savannah. Leilani reportedly left her mother's home the night. Okay. So now they're asking for the cameras in the courts. I have to find that one again. But yeah, they're asking the courts. Basically, they said, the cameras could be in there. Hey, Circlebox, it could be in there. Hi, Venice. But they asked them not to be recording the family while they're in court, which I agree. I mean, I agree. Just be recording. Like, you don't even need to be doing that. So yeah, from my understanding, it's no cameras on the family. So I like that. I like it for the YouTubers. And I like it for the news stations around there because they did not treat PJ very fair at all. Right? They really didn't. The media, that is. The law was fair. Is still being fair, in my opinion. They got a good team. And yeah. With no job, no money, no established residence, where would she be going? Just curious. I'm not going to answer that. I think everybody knows where she would go. Perhaps she could go back to treatment, maybe be like at a hospital or something instead, but otherwise be released for bond. I mean, yeah, that means she could go anywhere. And if she has nothing, she can't go rent somewhere. She has no job. So where do you think she's going to be? You know? Are you? I'll have to check it out. Hi, Sharon. But I don't think that people looked into Danny enough. I don't know what is going on, but I'm hoping that, we find that out soon. Now, there's some Wells stuff I want to get into, but we'll wait on that for tomorrow. I know he's tagged in this because I did want to talk about a few different things tonight, but then I get so hooked on this because I'm like, holy shit. So, I mean, I'm not going to be covering every day like everybody else, but I'm definitely going to be pulling up a few things and watching a few things because I think that all the properties, like, I mean, I'm sorry. I think there's more bodies somewhere. Yeah, me too, High Priestess. For BJ's sake. Yeah, for all of their sakes, honestly, because going through this, it's a pressure cooker, right? And I know the pressure that was happening before Leilani was arrested and for everybody, under that roof. So, and also, well, she probably doesn't really need rehab now. It depends how she's doing in the prison, but again, not really going there. Thank you. Yeah, I like hearing other people's thoughts and opinions too. I know a lot of people are like, can you talk about this? I'm like, I haven't even watched that. But yeah, when I saw that on Netflix and there was nothing else on, I'm like, I'm going to see what this is about. And then I was like, damn, how did I not get into this? I can't wait to see how Stephen Smith's case turns out since it's being reopened. Yeah, me too. I want to know more. I want to know why, like, was his phone text uncovered? I kind of want to talk to his friends and family. Exactly, Sandra. It still doesn't make sense, right? Because it was him. It was him. The babysitter even said it was him. So, and again, it's been discussed. Why would he do that? My thinking is, and well, one of the loved ones said this to me, and I agree. Like, I stand by it now because absolutely. But they said, why would he? They think the only reason he would do that is because there was not 3 children to bring over to the babysitter that day. Honestly. Was there? That is sad, Rosie. Wow. Wow, that is terrible. That's terrible. All right, y'all. Tomorrow we're going to do some digging into the feds raiding very creepy doll a doll maker in Salem. And they make these really creepy dolls and they do bone art. Okay. Let's see, what's this one? So this is what we're going to be in, because I'm telling you, it's weird because it's been an ongoing investigation with the feds. So I'm thinking there's like some deep dark web shit going on here.
This guy, he's really working hard. You know what he'll get?
Tonight at 5 o'clock with new information on the story that WBZ broke. An FBI search of a Peabody shop which sells what its owner calls creepy dolls. WBZ has learned that the FBI visited that shop and the owner's home as well. Thank you for joining us. I'm David Wade.
And I'm Lisa Hughes. The FBI says there is no threat, but they're also not explaining yet what the agents were looking for. Let's get right out to WBZ's
Body part
Jordan
spot on the
Tackle
dark web. Human bone spot on the dark web. I don't know.
Well, David and Lisa, as you mentioned, there are a lot of questions remaining as to why that federal investigation is happening, looking into that doll company located here in Peabody. And it's a question that a lot of people want answered, including several neighbors of the shop owner that we spoke to today in Salem, who say they would certainly like to know what the FBI was searching for.
What is it? Is there a body buried? Why the FBI? It doesn't make any sense.
Cat's Creepy Creations searched by the FBI at Mills 58 in Peabody Tuesday.
They're all like around the hallway, clearing out that space upstairs.
Meanwhile, investigators were seen hauling items from the owner's home on Pleasant Street in
Yo,
Salem.
we got tarps and tents set up out there.
Set up 2 tents in the backyard. They spent 8 hours here. Collecting
human bones. That's what I think. I think it's human bones.
Cat's Creepy Creations.
Look at these dolls, y'all. Look at this shit.
That will shock the mind and shake the soul. They say they specialize in bone art.
That's a real human skull, y'all.
Posting a real human skull on Instagram, saying, quote, if you're in the market for human
I think it's real blood they use too. Just saying.
bones, hit me up.
Look at that. Look at that. That's all human body parts in there.
And here displaying 11 real human vertebrae.
There's a tad unnerving
What?
if you really want to know, especially seeing people in Tyvek suits.
Neighbors uneasy about what exactly the FBI was searching for as agents were seen out digging in the doll maker's backyard.
It's kind of creepy. This is a very quiet
Digging in the
area.
backyard.
Nothing
Oh
ever
yeah,
really
bones.
happens.
The owner telling WBZ she had no comment when she was approached today. In a statement, an FBI spokesperson tells us, quote, the FBI was at both locations yesterday conducting law enforcement activity in connection with an ongoing federal investigation. To protect the integrity of the investigation, we're going to refrain from commenting on its substance. However, there's no threat to public safety. And
you know why? Because they're not killing people. They're buying body parts on the deep dark web. Damn it. Right. Yeah. So this is what we're going to be talking about. It sounds interesting. Okay, so this is what we're talking about tomorrow. So I may do that one in the afternoon. Maybe we'll do a Wells in the evening or vice versa. I don't know, but I've got that set up for tomorrow at 7 my time, which our time doesn't change, but a lot of yours did. So I think we're on Mountain Time instead of Central Time now. I know. I can't even remember how they said it. It's crazy. Chet Dahmer. Whoa. Very odd shit. I mean, these dolls are creepy shit. Hold on. Cat's Creepy Creations. That's what it's called. Cat's Creepy Creations. Like, were dolls having body parts in them? I don't know. Let's see these dolls, though. Like, they are crazy. Damn. Here's their bone art. Straight up bejeweling skulls and shit. Wait, what? Did Bullhorn Betty copy my creepy doll thing? I don't know. Or did they already do it? I didn't see anyone else covering it. But shit. That's a hand fucking bones. Like, this just looks super creepy right there. What is this? Four, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's the same. All right, it's the same. But man, this is some creepy shit. Yeah. What the fuck, man? Cats, creepy creations. Damn. That is disturbing. That looks like... This looks... Yeah, you had to take everything down now? Oh, I gotta sign in. Wow. Like that... I don't even want to say what that looks like. That's scary. Holy shit. Area 31 alien. I have it in my house. Area 31. Nightmares tonight. Yeah, I'm sorry. Perhaps we should do this earlier than tomorrow evening. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, there's a couple in there that, yeah, my daughters would probably want. I'd probably get them for a gift for my kids or something, But then looking at some of them, like, holy shit. I'm not gonna lie. That one that I just showed right then looks like it's real human flesh. Like, it looks scary. Area 31. Okay, we'll look that up. All right, y'all. That's it for tonight. We will be back tomorrow with some creepy ass shit. And I'd like to go on. I gotta do my members, so I don't know what day, but I'm still gonna do a members this week. Don't worry. And we got to continue on with our suspects of Robin and all of them and Tim Mullen. There's even more shit that Wandering Hearts and everybody sent me over the weekend. Is a little bit of a. It was a weekend. Let me tell you. My daughter Courtney was having some abdominal pain, so when I did my live on Friday night, as soon as I ended it, we had to go to the hospital. So we were there till like midnight that night. But yeah, she's doing good now. But we were nervous. I'd never seen her like that before. So much pain, and she couldn't even talk. The doctor was talking to her, and she couldn't even respond. It was terrible. But they found out she had too much acid built up in her blood, so it was like making her puke and stuff. So tomorrow that lady's going to cringe her soul when she speaks. Peabody, hibbity bibbity. How'd they say it? Puberty. All right, y'all. I love you. Thanks for hanging. I am sure there's somebody live. Go check if Onara's still live over there. I'm going to check that out as I get ready for bed. But love y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.